Hello there and welcome to my YouTube channel. So today is the day we're actually going to start using up this paper pad. So when I look at a paper pad like this, one of the first things I would do is cut apart these elements here, probably cut apart the sentiments and things like that. So I am just going to go and take some of all of this and chop up the bits that I can use and sort of create a box of ephemera, and then we can maybe make a couple of cards too. Oh, so I have just picked out some papers that I think go quite well, and I'm just going to pop them down on the card and see what happens, because I honestly have no plan and no idea what I'm doing, and I seem to have discovered that actually I need to get myself some new card bases, because there seriously was I was like, can't find anything. All my favourite sizes just seem to have disappeared. So I'm going to do a bit of a collage-y thing, I think. I don't particularly have, as I said, I don't particularly have a plan. I'm just going to, I love this bit when you just start your paper pad. You don't have to think too much about what you've got and the sizes that you've got and all of this sort of stuff. It's like, just the world's your oyster. You've got all of it to play with. Why not? Okay. As I said, I'm just picking random bits to go together. Got some toucans. That's the end strip, you know, with the it's kind of scrap, but why not? Okay. Thing is, I've got that 5. This isn't for anything in particular. I think what I might do is cut some of these bird ones. Okay, so I've cut out a few extra bits. The other thing I thought I'd do is I will allow myself, this is my little bit box, so all the leftovers from various makes that I do goes in there. And that just sits on my desk, and I aim not to get it too full. So it's like I kind of have to sort of keep on top of it in order to be able to put new stuff in there. So I thought that whilst I am sort of stash busting this paper pad today, that I could delve into that. Now today I am just using normal Prit stick because I've still not got myself a wet glue. I have, however, ordered myself some off the telly box today because they had a deal on, and I do actually need wet glue because it's like I have gone quite a long time without it, and yes, it's getting to the point where it's like, right, okay, enough's enough now. So I'm still going to go for a very random sort of collage-y look, even though I'm doing this on a card base, because why not? I'm not really, I haven't crafted in so long that I just feel like I want to play. So I don't really particularly overly want to be thinking about what I'm actually doing. So I'm not going to. I'm just going to slap it down and see what happens. Okay. Oops. Just singing away to myself. That happens. That happens from time to time. That's my thinking voice. There was one time I was crafting with my daughter. She's most upset because I've taken all the videos with her in them down. It's probably fine, and I'm probably like overreacting, but it was just with the whole copper thing. I thought, why not? Not why not. I just thought I'd just be on the safe side. So this is one of my stickers from my bit box. So I'll pop that there. Okay, I was going to have this as almost like a little tag. So I just need to neaten that up. We've got a bit of an edging on it, so I'll just take that off and then do this. This is my new way of doing it. I used to do it by eye, but after watching Dawn from Shiny Silver Treasures, I do it that way. I've now stolen that technique. Hope you don't mind, Dawn. Right, I'm going to give this a bit of an edging. This is my black pen. If you're fairly new to my channel because of this collab, you will soon learn that, oops, made it right, pig's ear of that one. You will soon learn that, yeah, my black pen is an essential part to my life. I can't seem to craft without it. It would be one of those desert island products. I've not done the neatest of jobs there, but that's okay because we will most likely cover it up with other stuff. I don't know what it is about using Pritt Stick, but it really seems to sort of want to bend the card. It's not the most ideal glue. I was finding that the other day when I was making some cards for something. So yeah, that's why I've actually caught myself on, and actually I am going to get some glue. I have now ordered it, so we're all good. Again, I'm going to trim this a little one here. So I'm just going for a real collage-y feel on this. It's not really going to make much sense, but I'm having fun, and I guess that's what matters, isn't it? Okay, so just edge that on black. I do always find that that makes such a difference, especially when you're doing this sort of thing. Like, well, I tend to edge in black all the time, but the reason that it's good to do it with this style of thing is sometimes, you know, when we are layering lots of pattern paper on pattern paper, you kind of lose the definition of the pattern paper because there's so much for the eye to see. So again, just giving it that black edge will sort of differentiate between the layers so that you're more likely to see them. So I'm just going to flatten that down. What I'm also going to do with this collab is I am literally going to make sure I use every bit of paper. So there will be weeks that what I'll be doing is like, right, okay, here's all the scraps I've got from this paper pad so far. Let's play and see what we can do with the scraps. So I do intend to use every last little bit. Okay, now I had these little postage stamp things which I thought looked quite nice, and then I had found some bits and pieces here, so I'll layer some of those up. This was from my bit box. I think this may have, these bits and pieces that I've got here are from one of those kits that I was using a lot last year from the range. I think it was like, I think this might be the flamingo one. So yeah, I've still got sort of lots of elements sitting in my bit box. I'm just going to find some 3D foam, hopefully. Yep, got some here. There we go, found it first. Ow! Don't put the scissors too close to your fingers. That is not a good idea. I feel really mean because the kitten's downstairs, and every time I end up out here she ends up meowing and scratching the living room door because she knows. It's funny, she's quite happy, she likes her own company, she's not a big sook, she's not wanting to like sit on my knee all the time to sleep, but she just likes to be where you are. And if she knows you're in the house and she's not next to you, she is not happy about it at all. So yeah, she will end up meowing away and scratching the door. So I've had to put behave spray on the door, so hopefully, I've not heard her yet, so hopefully that's sort of done the trick. I'm on my own this week crafting, because although this won't be going up till the 25th, I'm sort of filming it the first week in January, and I thought, oh, have a nice relaxing bath, and like obviously because she's a kitten, she's not got a meow yet. When did she decide to learn to meow? When I was trying to have a nice relaxing bath, so I couldn't because it wasn't very relaxing. All you heard was this meow, 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 meow outside the door. So it's like, oh, typical. You can see why people said that sometimes having like a new kitten or something like that, it is like having a young child again. It's like I feel like I'm restricted in what I can do with the day because of the kitten. I already wouldn't be without her, even though it wasn't my choice to get a kitten. I'm already kind of completely besotted. She is just gorgeous. And living up to her name of Storm. She's a complete whirlwind. So, and it's the same as like with babies. You suddenly kind of realise, oh, now she can jump up there. It's like the safety line gradually gets higher and higher I remember that with like, you know, a toddler and then a slightly older child, and it's like your safety lines disappear. So we're finding that as well. It's like, oh, you can get up there now. Excellent. So, all fun and games. Right. Let's see, I really don't like the way Pritt Stick ends up bending the card. I feel like I'm going to end up having to, what do you call it? Stick this card under some books or something. Okay. Let's put that flamingo there. I think we're mostly done. I am just going to frame this, oops, and then do a little bit of doodling. So again, I tend to do this with most of my cards. It's a bit like, you know, if you see a photo, you can have a lovely photo. As soon as you put it in a frame, it'll look so much better. And again, it's because black recedes to the background, pushing the colours forward, which means it draws your eye in. So I always find with all of my projects, I will frame it in some way because it does make a real difference. Now, I can't see my normal doodle pen, so I've just got a plain old black biro here, and I'm just going to draw a squiggly line and do this. And I think I may also just add a few black splashes, because why not, quite frankly. Yes, I'm not worried about it being straight. It's actually worse if you make it look straight, because then if you go off on an angle or anything, the mistakes look really easy. Whereas when you deliberately go squiggly, it's just a design feature. That is really annoying me. So my recommendation is don't use Pritt Stick. Don't use Pritt Stick for cards. Okay, so I have this here. I want to just cover the sentiment and part of the flamingo. Maybe those little birdies as well. Oh, sorry. Thought I had some card that I could just quickly tear, but nope. Right, okay. So we'll protect all of that and then just pop a few black splashes on, and hopefully that'll just sort of tie everything together a little bit. So that, I'm just going to tidy up and show you that. Okay, so that's my first card for the Smash That paper pad collaboration, or small paper pad collaboration. What I will do is throughout the month I will continue to play with that paper pad whenever I get the opportunity. So next month I'll show you briefly what I've made, and then we'll make something together. Okay. Please do go and check out what all the other lovely ladies have done. I can't wait to see. I'm looking forward to binge watching some crafty telly. So please do go and check everybody else out. And also, if you have enjoyed it here, please do consider liking and subscribing. Thank you for spending your time watching me today. I really appreciate it. And I'll see you again very soon. Okay, take care then, and goodbye.